Hey friends, I'm back with another video for you, and it looks like the Overthere won the poll by a narrow margin, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm glad it won because I really didn't want to go to Wrath Mountains, just because 90% of the time when I try to visit Wrath Mountains, there's always some ridiculously high level person there, 70 and above, farming the stupid hill giants, just farming them for plat, which is dumb because at level 70 you can get so much more plat farming just about anything else in the game. Why would you want to farm those? Maybe they just don't know where else to go or what. I just don't understand. It's not that great of a place to get plat, other than, like, unless you're level 30-ish or something, then yeah, it's probably your best chance to get some plat. But there's still other ways. I mean, at level 30, you could be a shaman. If you're on a progression server, and if you're a shaman, you can sell potions. If it's far enough along where you can make skin spikes and stuff, people buy that stuff up on those progression servers. But I'm not going to keep going on and on about nonsense. So we're back with Dabria, level 35 now, and we're going to go to Overthere. Just me and my tank mercenary. So it's kind of like soloing, yet kind of not. I'm sure you're familiar with what I do here by now. And here we go. We're going to go to Overthere, and we're going to try to get maybe just a couple of levels. You know, I wish I had my Mask of Deception on this rogue. I'm going to have to get them one, because I would love to go in the Overthere outpost here, but I can't because I'm a wood elf. At least I can't without that mask, because that cliff golem would mess me up and do it with the song in his heart. So I have a lot of fond memories because as I played Fezzelwig on the old servers back in the day, yes, one of my very first characters was a gnome named Fezzelwig, and I still play them now. The one I'm playing now is sort of a newer version because the old one is on an old server that hardly has any population anymore, so I prefer Throne of Eye these days. But I was agnostic, and so I was considered neutral here at the Evil Outpost, and I was able to go in there. I was even able to turn in Sarnak braids to even improve my faction. I think I got up to amiable at one point, so I was able to come here and bank and all this stuff, and other people that I would group with would often ask me if I was KOS here or not, and it was nice to not be KOS, because that means the dragoons that would often go patrolling wouldn't be out to try to kill me either. So it was good, and I could go in there and trade. So I'd have members of my party saying, hey, can you unload some stuff for me? So of course I'd be like the errand boy, and I'd go and try to dump some stuff off for him, sell it, whatever, and get him some platinum. Those days are long gone, because now we could just click on the stone. We don't have to worry. We could sell and be okay. Oh, something I've been forgetting. Gotta set main assist and set Dildaf as the main tank. Yes, he is still named Dildaf. These guys keep their names. They don't change like pets do. He'll stay Dildaf until I get a new guy. I kind of feel sad for him, you know? How unfortunate that he's got to be named Dildaf. But that's like his forever name, guys. I mean, unless if I get more patrons subscribing to my Patreon, maybe we can do something, like, because if I get more patrons, that means I'll have a little extra income, and maybe I could use that income to buy one of those things to rename your mercenary. So I don't know. If you take pity on Dildaf, that could be a thing we do. But I really don't think anyone's going to care that poor dwarf, poor unfortunate dwarf is named Dildaf. If anything, it's just an ongoing joke now. So I used to like hunt the Sarnak more than anything here, because of course I wanted to get their Sarnak war braids. And what is this? Shar of Slight Power? Oh, it's an Og. Okay, I'll take that. And he drops some Defiant by the look of it. And of course it's plate. It wouldn't be chain where I could use it. No, that would be crazy. Kunark Rhino. These things used to scare me a little bit. I don't know if it was just their sheer size. They were somewhat aggressive, but I think nothing ever scared me as much as the tigers, because they were often vicious, and I don't think they would run either if they got like low health. A lot of these mobs would start to run away. But the tigers, no, they did not. Ooh, Berserker.
My love for you is like a truck berserker. Would you like some making fuck berserker?
That's fucking funny, man.
Did he say making fuck?
Berserker. Yeah, no. I don't have the voice for it, man. My voice is perpetually fucked, like all the time. It's always like dry and raspy. I don't know what the hell. I don't know if it's because I have to talk a lot during the day at my job, you know, talking to passengers about nonsense. I mean, sometimes I enjoy the conversations, but sometimes I'm like, yeah, that could have been a silent ride. It just depends on, you know, who they are, what they're talking about. I get some people looking for validation sometimes. Like, there's like one passenger who was like an admitted drug dealer. I mean, and they're like looking at me like hoping that I'll approve or validate that as like a valid lifestyle or life choice or whatever. I'm like, come on, no. It's like, no. I'd sooner, I don't know. I would sooner approve of someone who sold essential oils over someone who was just a drug dealer. I grew up when we had TV commercials or commercials on TV that said drugs are bad, okay? Any questions? So yeah, I watched those ads because I watched cartoons after school and on Saturday morning, and they were glorious. Oh, here's one of my fears, man. One of the tigers. It's funny how I'm running around here with confidence. Just like, doo-doo-doo, yeah, I could kill anything, and if some wandering, pathing ad comes along, I can take that out too. No problem. Back in the day, if I was the puller, I usually preferred to not be the puller, because a lot of the times I was playing my mage. And I would need to be sitting down and meditating and stuff. And I didn't really run very quickly unless I had Spirit of the Wolf buff on. I wasn't one of those fortunate gnomes that had J-boots back then. It was just way too hard to get the ring. I mean, I got it eventually. I think by the time I got it, I was close to level 50 though. But I didn't have access to, like, it was before Plane of Knowledge, so J-boots were still beneficial. But after, you know, Plane of Knowledge and you started getting AA points and you get run speed 3, then you really didn't need J-boots anymore, because J-boots weren't that much faster. Really, the run speed buff is just beneficial to outrun certain death when death is coming for you. But we used to have a puller come out. You know, we would be up by the zone wall somewhere, and a puller would come out, grab a tiger or a rhino or a succulent or just whatever the hell is out here, and or Sarnak, and run it up towards the group, and then the group would all jump on it and kill it. These guys, the succulent, spiked succulents, they always reminded me of that weird cactus looking thing in Final Fantasy. I don't know if it was Final Fantasy VII that had them, or if it was one of the other ones. But pretty sure it had some kind of cactus looking mob. And I played the hell out of Final Fantasy VII. I love that game so much. That game actually made me... I'm going to lose man points now. Or maybe gain man points. It depends what kind of audience I have. It brought me to tears. I'm not going to lie. When Aerith died, I think it's safe enough for spoilers now. Like, yeah, if you don't know that Aerith dies by now, I'm sorry. But yeah, when she gets killed by Sephiroth, I was like, what? That was a good game. It had a compelling story, compelling characters. You actually cared about them. And that death just shook me to my core. I was like, no, the main character doesn't die in a video game? What the hell is this shit? Oh god, I was heartbroken. But that was an excellent game. I managed to kill all the weapons too. Even, I think, what was it, Emerald that was under the ocean? The one where I think it was sort of timed because you were running out of oxygen or something. And I think the key was just to get Knights of the Round and be able to duplicate it. Like, you know how your materia would spawn a new materia if you maxed it out or whatever, and it would make a new baby materia or whatever, just like a clone of the same one. And then I would have to do that with Knights of the Round and give it to each of my characters. And I still probably have that saved game on my memory card for the original PlayStation. Although I don't have the game anymore, I don't think. Which kind of sucks. I think I lent it to somebody. And of course, back then, when you lend stuff to someone, you might as well have just thrown it away because you're never going to see it again. I'm actually enjoying this. I'm enjoying running around here. See, I don't need a group. I can do this solo just fine. Oh, it's the same Shard of Slight Power. Which reminds me, we have that. Let's equip it. Let's put it in something. Let's slot it. There it is. Small. I still have small Gothic ringmail pants, guys. Did I not upgrade that yet? Well, I'm not going to put it in there. I'll put it in this. I'll put it in that bracer. I didn't even remember to check the level on that thing. It would have sucked if I put it in, if I slotted it, and then couldn't use my gear because it was like level 30 or 40 or something. There's some of that consigned Shisar bite poison I told you guys about. You know, you can loot it and you know, buff yourself with it so you have that poison proc. But I already have a bunch of poisons, and I already have one on the buff window here, so I'm not gonna drink it just yet. Or you use it, whatever. I don't. It's like a potion, so I always think, you know, you're drinking it, but it'd be kind of fucked up to drink a bunch of poison thinking, now my weapon is magic. I hate how I'm trying to say something and my words come out backwards. Sometimes I'll just, edit the video and cut the stupidest things that I say out of the video. Sometimes I'll leave them in because I think, well, okay, that came out awful, but it was also really funny. It just depends, I guess, on how I feel at the moment. Oh, I guess I'll drop that in there. So I forgot when I changed my jewelry to gold compartmented. See, the gold has an extra slot so you can put random augs into it and make it even better. So, gotta start thinking where we're gonna go in the next video. I really don't know. I'm thinking, what's it called? What's that zone called? Oh, come on, you're gonna... I guess it doesn't matter if the Sarnak attacks too. We'll kill him also. Dreadlands. Yeah. Yeah, because we're over there. So I guess Dreadlands would be a step up from over there, right? Because that's like 40-ish. So maybe Dreadlands should be on the next poll. I'm really glad that you guys enjoy the polls. Thanks for participating in them. I like writing polls. I started doing some like just for fun, like nonsensical ones. Because people don't always leave comments. I wish people would leave more comments too. But I don't know, maybe a lot of people are just watching from a TV or something, or from their phone, and they don't... Like, watching from a phone, it is a little more difficult to like figure out how to leave comments and stuff. I mean, maybe not for you, but for my fool ass, I've had a hard time. Where the hell is the Sarnak Enforcer? It's on my list here. Oh, there he is. Was he like running from like halfway across the zone? How does he even spawn? I think I don't know if I've seen him before. Maybe I have and I just don't remember. I also don't even know if I'm like the only person here. Okay, yes, I'm the only person in the zone. Well, this guy is at least a good challenge. Ooh, I have haste potions. Let me drink a haste potion. All right. Oh, we dropped something. Chipped Sarnak Great Axe. So was this any good or worth anything back in the day? Oh, I guess it might have been because it's a ratio of 0.725. That's not bad. There's a Dragoon near here. There he is. I was like, I'm seeing like combat spam. It was the Dragoon fighting something. For some reason it sees me indifferently. And I don't know why. Is it because I was sneaking? Oh, now it's Scowl's ready to attack. Yeah, they don't like elves, man. Kind of surprised I didn't get attacked. That could have sucked. I don't know. I don't know if I'd be a match for a level 50 Dragoon. I might have lasted a couple of rounds with him. Or maybe we could have killed him. I'm almost tempted to go pick a fight with a Dragoon. Because like a death is always a fun way to end a video. And it's not like, you know, I'm going to need to repair my armor afterwards. This isn't Everquest 2. I'm a little salty about Everquest 2. It really could have been an awesome game. Like, it really, really could have. But they just shit the bed with that thing. I don't know what they were thinking. Were they trying to make it like a a World of Warcraft clone or something. And World of Warcraft wasn't a better game or a more popular game because it was better. It was a more popular game because Blizzard Entertainment actually spends money on promoting their properties, unlike Sony Online Entertainment. I don't know if Sony ever spent a single dollar promoting Everquest, because you know if they did that it would have been huge, huge. It had so much potential. But oh well. I guess we will never know. But if Blizzard released Everquest, I'm sure it would have been so much better. I'm sure Everquest 2 would have been better too. But then, I don't know, who knows? Because Diablo 3 wasn't like super amazing. It was alright, it was fun, but I just don't like it when they take something that's not broken, that works, and that's fun, and mess it up. What they did with EverQuest 2, I think, which made it less fun, was they reduced a lot of social interaction. Because, sure, I like to play alone, right? I always had, even back in the day. But we always had to interact with other people. Like, if I was my low-level mage or whatever, and I was running across the common lands or going wherever to where I was going to hunt stuff, I might have needed a Spirit of the Wolf or a Clarity buff. And I might have gone to the EC tunnel and said, hey, can anybody spare Spirit of the Wolf? And that is a social interaction. And they would have buffed me. I would have said thank you. I would have given them, you know, some plat to say thank you. And, or whatever else, you know. I would have gotten a Clarity buff. Or, you know, a hit point buff for me and my pet. That, again, social interaction. And even people who solo usually interact with others like that. And that's something that people who hate people like me that solo forget. It's like, yeah, I know I like to play alone, but I still want this to be a multiplayer game. And it's because of just the way I play. I like solitude. I'm not, you know, even in real life, I don't have tons and tons of friends. I have a few friends that I'm very close with, that I can trust with my very life. But I don't have a lot of friends. I don't go out and mingle at big parties of people. It actually gives me social anxiety when I do. So it's pretty rare. So, yeah, even the people that tend to solo, like lone wolves or whatever the hell, if you want to give them some kind of a silly nickname or something, they still take part in the economy and everything else. I like crafting things. A lot of the things I craft, I sell in the bazaar to other players that they find useful. And what I find useful is their platinum. Or I'll set up a buyer and I help other players by buying the things that they don't need. So they're getting platinum so they could buy spells and that and this. You can't do that in a one-player game. So again, you know, just kind of advocating for my kind of play style. And for those that like to group, please group, of course. There have been a number of times when I've tried, you know, getting in general chat and I'm like, hey, anybody want to run, you know, Lost Dungeons of Norath or something like that? And you know what the response I usually get is, that's not good XP. You don't get any XP doing Lost Dungeons of Norath. It's like, what does it matter? It's fun. And I do get XP. I get great XP in those dungeons. I don't know why they think they don't get good XP. Is it a hot zone? Does it have an actual experience bonus? Well, probably not. But it's still a dungeon. And especially if you set it to risk high, it's usually amazing XP. At least for me, you know? But of course, if I want to do a lost dungeon, I have to 3-box and use mercenaries just because, you know, nobody wants to do those. And I just, like I said, I always found them fun. I liked the fact that they were instants because that meant they were also secure. You didn't have the risk of, you know, a bunch of people twice your level running through and stealing all the loot and the kills and everything. So it was good. And also I liked that things didn't respawn because you didn't get a surprise when you're trying to like leave and have to go through everything again. So yeah, I found those fun too. So again, everybody's different. Everybody likes different aspects of the game. I actually enjoy the lower end of Everquest more than I do the higher end. I don't know, it's crazy. It's like, occasionally I'll have a comment that says, hey, you should do like a playthrough from level 1 to 120. I was like, you realize my highest level guy is 91, right? It's like, I've never made it to 120. I don't think I ever will. Not to mention that sounds positively exhausting. And considering the fact that I'm not even monetized, I'm doing it mostly for enjoyment. Sure, would I love to be monetized? Yes, of course. It's one reason why I have a Patreon. But again, not a big channel, you know, so I gotta find the fun. If I can't do this for fun, then I don't know if I would keep doing it. If it became unfun, I would probably stop. Hey, I've got enough to turn in. Oh, but I need that mask. Right, get the mask. Here's another enforcer running from halfway across the zone. That's so wacky. Does he just show up if you kill some Sarnax? What's the deal with this guy? What's the deal with Sarnak enforcers? Sorry, I was trying to do a Seinfeld thing. I'm not very good at doing voices. But we are level 38. So I think that's going to conclude this video. It was a lot of me talking and ranting. But I guess that's what you guys are here for. I didn't really say anything funny though. Sorry about that. Trying to think of something funny. Is the Sarnak enforcer like law enforcement? Is he like the Sarnak cop? Ooh, cockatrice leather boots. I wonder if that will sell for anything. Shard of slight power. Oh, another one of those. So yeah, I guess that's it. Thank you for watching. Please remember I do have that Patreon. I would love to get some more patrons. Like I said, maybe if we get like a good number of patrons, like 20, just as a start, because we've got under 10 right now, we'll think about changing Dildaf's name to something else. Think about buying one of those things where you can change your mercenary's name, because Dildaf is really, really unfortunate. I mean, unless you guys really like the name, then it can stick. This would be kind of funny. I mean, I'm not big enough like some of those channels that actually have merch, but I could picture if I ever did, I'd have to have one like my name is Dildaf, or Dildaf is my co-pilot, or just something ridiculous with this mercenary's name. Dildaf is my tank. I don't know. So again, thank you for voting on the polls. I'll put up a new poll for the next video. And thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Have a great day. And have a wonderful tomorrow.